Hi everybody, this is Rose of Sharon, and I'm back again with another movie review. I just recently saw Midnight Sky, and that one starred George Clooney. And I didn't know anybody else who was in the movie, but it was passable. It would have been more acceptable if it would have been a series, because they don't really explain how the planet came to the dismay or the climate change that it was undergoing and the future that they were in. It sort of felt like A Beautiful Mind in Space, because the main character, Augustine, he sees Iris, which is his daughter, and she appears as a little girl, but we think, okay, she's a stowaway, and that's what the other vessel was looking for, the satellite, when they were orbiting. At least that's what you think you hear, and she's actually an illusion, and he's got terminal cancer. He's actually got dialysis. He's going through dialysis, and it makes no sense that he would drink whiskey, because when you're in dialysis, you're not supposed to drink any kind of alcoholic beverage. So I just thought, oh Lord. Yeah, one point is extracted because you know nothing. It was a fairly good film. I would say it's passable at best. It made more sense than Another Life, which is a series I just recently reviewed and utterly loathed. Midnight Sky is actually quite good. The CGI was beautiful. The plot was pretty good, although, like with Mortal Engines, we never know what caused the 50-second war. Even in the books, when it talks about the 50-second war, we're thinking, well, what was the trigger? And same thing with this. What caused the Earth to come to being a ruin, basically, or turning into an ice planet, or going through a second ice age, third ice age, I should say. It's a really incredible film, despite all that, because there's a lot to take away from it. And the only thing is, the ending was sad. I thought the ending was very sad. He should have been able to tell his daughter, "Hey, I'm your dad," because his wife had always said, "Well, the least you could do is have contact with her." But that isn't even. There's no divulging into that, or what kind of emotions he was feeling at the time, or why he decided not to have any contact with anyone. I mean, human beings are meant for interaction, so it's just one of those things that you kind of scratch your head about. But anyway, I'm gonna give my grade to Midnight Sky. Midnight Sky, I think, gives a really good. It has a compelling story. It's kind of boring, but it keeps you entertained. For those of us who are more scientifically minded, we notice that there are glaring errors that they should have fixed and should have known better about. But needless to say, it is at least a 3 out of 5 film. There are a lot of gaping plot holes, and that's why I had to lower it to a 3 grade instead of a 4, because it's not good enough to be a 4. George Clooney is incredible, so he deserves high marks. It's not anything that he's going to get, say, an Oscar for, but still, he's a character that we empathize with and really feel sympathy for, and he's very tragic. I don't know what else to say other than I give it at least 1 thumb up. It doesn't deserve 2. one, because of just how creative it is, and just the fact that it makes you think about terraforming. And of course, it's one thing that I've been absolutely fascinated by ever since I was young, and I got myself involved in a sci-fi class which covered the topic. And our best bet is probably Mars, but it would be challenging to maintain biodomes on the planet if indeed we develop the technology to do it. Though we may have to, just given the fact that we've kind of mucked up Earth quite a bit. No offense, but unless we find some other Goldilocks class planets, which Lord knows how long they would take to get to, and would it be worth the risk? There's the other question. Michio Kaku suggests we can. I agree with him, but I don't know. It's one of those questions that is going to be answered somehow, some way, and we probably, I don't know, I may not see it. Maybe, should I have children, they would probably see it. Maybe my grandchildren will see it. I don't know. But that's all I have to say for Midnight Sky. And it was actually based on a book. I've never read the book, so I don't know if it's verbatim or not. But beyond that, it was okay. It was passable. It was a pretty good film. Other than that, it was kind of boring in spots, but it was, for the most part, it was very entertaining and a fairly good watch. So even if it's just watching it for George Clooney himself, but that's about all I have to say. Till next time, live well and prosper. Ciao, Tutti.